Hi, I'm Charles Payne, and welcome to Making Money Right Here, Right Now. That's exactly what we do every day. We help you make money by investing in the market, also managing your portfolio. Now, the way we do it is what we call the real deal. What it means is we go way beyond the headlines because, let's face it, everyone gets the headlines. We know how to go below the hood and find out how to make you money from them. Here to help, our investment pros. Heath Prabhakar, I hope you had a great weekend. I know you're the Fashion Week darling.
It's a little hectic, but it was super fun.
I hear you. Matt McCall, what's going on? Another new suit?
No, this is an oldie but goodie.
Oh, okay, because you made so much money today, I thought maybe, Hey, Tracy, how's it going?
Excellent, Charles.
All
How
right,
you
good.
doing?
You look fresh as a daisy. Hey, Hillary Kramer is back with us. A&G Capital CIO president also joins us today. Welcome back, Hillary. And our very special friend, Dani Hughes from Divine Capital, also back with us. So let's do it, guys. Let's dig into our first real deal. Now, last week, we learned the most important issues to Americans are decidedly non-economic. Over 70% of respondents told Gallup non-economic issues are vastly more important. And as we saw Friday's session unfold, it really seemed to be the case. Now, last Friday, I posted this cartoon. Take a look at this. I put this on Twitter. People have gone nuts over this thing. I got to tell you, it's probably one of the funniest things I saw. Funny in a funny way, funny in a sad way. It's been reposted like 1,000,000 times by a landslide. Now, remember, this week we get the anniversary of 9/11, but the day before we're going to hear from President Obama on how he's going to deal with ISIS. Airstrikes in Syria, I think, might be the wild card that Americans, or at least the American public, want to hear. What do you think, Dani?
I think it's a dicey one. I think that, we don't have Egypt, we don't have Saudi Arabia. Unless you have all of these guys together, it's going to be we're going to be hard pressed to make the right move. I'm very concerned about where we are in the world and how we're perceived. But I think transparency takes the biggest play here for Obama, and I think that.
What does that mean, transparency?
Well, I think that we say too much and too soon. I think that hurts us as a nation.
What do you think, Matt?
Well, I think a few things on here. One, I want to have a short-term plan. I also want a long-term plan. I think that's extremely important. And I also want to hear about what it's going to do about some of these Western-born people joining ISIS. Are they going to keep us safe? Because I think as an investor, as an American, I want to know how the homeland's going to be. I think that's very important as well.
I think we revoked their citizenship immediately, and someone tweeted last week, even after they die, make sure you do it after they're dead too, Hillary.
I think that President Obama is really in over his head. The fact that a year ago we were going to bomb and take out of power the president of Syria, and now he may be our ally. We're just in
Strange
it so
bedfellows, though.
we're in it so
Well, who's worse,
deep.
Assad or ISIS? Who's a greater threat to America?
Well, it all depends on who
ISIS.
gains
Yes.
power
ISIS.
and who's
It's just
then
ISIS.
again, the Syrian president has dropped chemical weapons on his own
But
people,
ISIS
on
is
children
here already, and we're doing nothing.
Yeah, I agree it's ISIS, too. There's absolutely no way in the world we can get around the fact that they have global ambitions. I think Assad would be so happy if the rest of the world just let him destroy his own people, which, by the way, we've done.
Yes.
But ISIS is determined to destroy the West, and they have done a great job so far.
And they are the wealthiest group of terrorists that we have seen in our daytime.
Yeah.
In our day, we should
I'm going to
be
get back to you in 1 second, but I got to stop right here and blow the whistle. Hey, let's open up a page from Payne's Investment Playbook now. President Obama made news over the weekend, putting off his extraordinary plans for, how he's going to deal with illegal and, I guess, legal immigration. Of course, he's going to do it on his own. The executive order, and by the way, many more are going to test the American public, and they should have an impact on the stock market. Now, here are a list of some that the top three I think we should be I think they're going to infuriate you, just be honest about it. And they do all have economic implications. Immigration, inversion, and the Kingdom of Hawaii. Now, this last one you haven't heard, right? The Kingdom of Hawaii, it's going to blow you away because essentially they're going to turn this state of Hawaii into a de facto separate nation, much like a giant Indian reservation, giving the indigenous people a lot more government benefits, federal government benefits, a tremendous amount of autonomy, and they have to put in less skin in the game, fewer taxes. So that brings us to the next real deal. President Obama says he's going to unleash a series of these executive orders. It's going to rip the nation apart in many ways. Listen, we know a lot of it's purely political, but some of it, in my mind, has always been the president's idea of righting the wrongs of yesteryear. I'm going to go to you on this first. Heath, listen, the president's poll numbers are in the gutter. I don't think they're going to come back. And it feels like after the midterm elections, he's just going to focus on what he wants to get done, regardless of what it does to the country.
That's exactly what he's doing. I mean, there's 11 million people here that are undocumented in this country, and
they are weighing so much on our tax. I mean, when we think about their kids that are coming to school here, when we're thinking about how much this country is paying for public school, for medical care, for all of that. But the fact of the matter is that we have to have some sort of reform policy that not only takes care of them, and we have them here, they're children, we have to do something about it, but we have to figure something out when we cannot pay for them.
Right, and Heath, the bigger problem is the macro problem, and that is President Obama trying to take over with these executive actions. So whether it's immigration or inversion or making Hawaii, like a state that we're going to just have our taxes higher on, he is going to undermine himself and the entire country because of the Congress.
Tracy, they all have obviously ramifications, economic ramifications, and then there's the mood of the nation. We already talked about the non-economic stuff hurting us even a lot more. If people start to feel like this president has become truly the imperial president, ripping apart the Constitution, it cannot help the economy.
No, everyone's going to go back under the mattress where they were. You're not going to see money come into the stock market. You're not going to see anyone want to go out there and start a new business. You're really going to sit on your hands until we hopefully vote someone else in, I should say.
Well, that's a long ways from now. Now, Dani, I know you probably have mixed feelings on this, but for the president to go it alone on these items, it's worrisome. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on.
What does he have to risk, though? He's a lame duck president.
The Constitution, the mood of the nation.
He personally has nothing to risk. And by the way, Oklahoma is 75% a sovereign nation. It's American Indian land. So we've got this done in a couple of other states in America. But to your point,
By the way, they tried to get it done in Hawaii, and it was rejected. It was rejected by the Senate. It was rejected by Hawaiian. So this, again, though, is another example of the president going above the will of the people, whether or not it might have worked in some other place.
But here's the thing. When businesses, just like people, when they're not seeing something happen with their vote, their feet are going to walk. They're going to walk. They're going to find better places to do business. And is it the president's job to pull them back in and demand that they do business here? Or is it the fact that things are truly global now, and companies are going to go where the
They are going to go. By the way, guys, real quick on inversion, today they're talking about Chuck Schumer and the president going back to 1994. Imagine something you did in 94. All of a sudden I call you tomorrow and say, Tracy, we're coming to get you because now it's illegal. Could you imagine that?
That's when I graduated high school.
I'm real nervous about a lot of things I did in 94.
What this comes down to, you make a great point. It's going to ruin confidence. A little confidence that Americans have right now in the political system will be ruined because he's going above and beyond what he should be doing. Sure, there's economic implications, but the bottom line is he is going to have Americans sitting at home thinking, well, I voted for him for this, I voted for the Senate, vote for Congress, but what's the point of having them when the president could do whatever the heck he wants?
And of course, the irony for Hispanics is that he'll be doing this after the midterm election.
Yes.
All right, guys, hey, we've got to break real quick because we have a news alert for you. General Mills announcing it plans to acquire Annie's. Now, that's the organic food company for $820 million. The terms of the deal include a price of $46 per share. It's a cash deal, a 51% premium over the 30-day closing average as of Friday. I got to tell you something. A week ago, guess who called this? Matt McCall in our Clean Food segment. Matt said he liked this one. All right, Matt, you were right. Take a victory bow or lap.
The reason I picked this one, valuations were amazing, and I think General Mills is getting a deal here.
They are.
Plus, they have the best mac and cheese I've ever eaten. I mean,
And I don't eat turkeys.
It's General
And the little
Mills
cheddar
following
buddies.
the trend. It's really about following the trend, and General Mills had to make this move, especially with Big G, which is the cereal
they're gonna
division,
use
really struggling with Cheerios being $7 a box. And this has been General Mills' success, has been going out there and even
and
creating
shelf space.
New,
I mean, it's been tough for Annie's to get a
categories.
shelf space.
Yeah.
General Mills
They
has that
created
shelf
healthy
space.
foods.
And also, I will say, I know that someone mentioned Hayne and White Wave. I might have been the other panelists. So those will be up tomorrow, but Matt gets the bow this afternoon.